Okay, we're finally back in the month of Halloween, everyone. The only time of the year where I can wear makeup in public and not get judged or beat up for it. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a movie. A horror movie from 1995 known as Murder Was the Case. A cautionary tale about mortality and religion. Now you may notice that this isn't a cartoon, but hey, listen. It has Snoop Dogg in it, alright? And he's been in a bunch of other cartoons, so, according to the Sixth Amendment, I have a right to talk about this movie. Anyway, the basic plot is JC, played by the late great Charlie Murphy, finds out that his girlfriend is cheating on him with Snoop Dogg. He gets pissed and goes out to murder him like any rational person would do. On the verge of dying, Snoop prays for salvation, but is greeted by the devil, who offers to save him in exchange for his soul. Snoop agrees and is given everything he wants and more, but under the condition that he cannot smoke weed.
You serious?
And knowing Snoop Dogg, he obviously doesn't take long to break this rule. This angers the devil and causes him to turn back time to the night of the shooting, Run Lola Run style. Unlike the last time, Snoop and his friends make it out alive, but at the cost of getting arrested. The film then ends on a downer as after murdering JC, Snoop later that night gets killed by some prison guards.
The lyrics on the song tell the story.
Right.
So we just basically followed that and added a few elements, made it a rated R thing, you know. We just went all out.
Clocking it in around 16 minutes, Murder Was the Case functions more or less as an extended music video for the Snoop Doggy Dogg song of the same name. The obvious comparison and influence here being Michael Jackson's Thriller, both being of a similar length, centered around darker horror themes, and are throwbacks to another era, with Thriller paying homage to 50s B horror movies, while Murder Was the Case is a 70s blaxploitation film. But the key difference here being ambition and appeal. Thriller was made to be a big pop hit, and the music video likewise tries its best to appeal to a wider audience. With top-notch special effects for its time, excellent choreography, a charming sense of humor, and the aid of Hollywood director John Landis, it's something anyone can watch and enjoy regardless of age or taste in music. Murder Was the Case, however, was never meant to be a hit on the level of something like Gin and Juice or What's My Name, and because of this, seems to be aimed at a very specific audience. Namely Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg fans and just fans of West Coast hip-hop at the time. But with that said, I would recommend the film if you fall in line with any of those things I just said. Most of the background music you hear throughout the film are from the soundtrack of the same name that came out a year prior, which, for my money, is one of the better hip-hop soundtracks as it features the Death Row roster at their peak. So the film itself serves as a sorta nice time capsule for this period in time when Dre and Snoop were young, on top of the world, and seemingly could do no wrong.
MTV, BET, they only let you play so much of what you do. And like y'all know, when we go in the studio to deliberately make our songs, we make them hardcore and straight for the streets. So this video is like a dedication to that. You know what I'm saying? Staying true to what we do.
But enough about me geeking out over the music. What else does the film have to offer? I dig some of the camera work, like the opening tracking shot of this house party, which was all done in one take, mind you, so Birdman ain't got shit on this. And even though it lacks polish, the low-budget, gritty quality of the picture has a charm to it that I personally really like. As for the actors, Charlie Murphy is always a pleasure to see perform on screen, and Gregory S. Cummings is pretty creepy as the devil. Snoop by comparison isn't much of an actor, but since he's mainly just playing himself, he does just fine and oozes a level of coolness few before or after could touch. Everyone else ranges from okay to hamming it up in this really over-the-top world where everyone is either a pimp, gangsta, hoe, or cop. So there's definitely some comedy to be found if you're not offended by the content.
Hey man, should we go a little faster and shit? Man, fuck that nigga. That nigga dead in the motherfucker, man. Shit, fuck that.
And you gotta love the atmosphere of it all with the dimly lit scenes and blue paranormal lighting that give everything a sort of dreamlike quality. And I'm not gonna lie, it did creep me out a bit when I first saw this at around 12 years old, since I used to be a complete wuss for all horror things at the time.
I told them motherfuckers, I ain't gonna stay there. I told them before they blew it up, I'm not gonna be laying down right here while y'all blow this motherfucker up. You ain't knowing nothing about that, cuz. I ain't did this shit several times.
Career-wise, it's definitely an anomaly for Snoop, as never again would he do something as dark musically, and for that reason alone, it's definitely interesting to go back and see the side of him most shoobies don't know about today. And it's perfect for this time of year.